Well, good morning again. Daniel Valdez again. It's a pleasure and honor to talk to you, whether you're on the YouTube page, whether you're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all hosted by Anchor.fm. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support, all the love and whatnot. Instagram page at Danpodcast. Make sure to follow TexasFans.com Facebook page if you're into that for all the breaking news, notes, all that fun stuff regarding the marching arts. Now that I got that out of the way, I said last week if there was any news regarding this whole COVID, coronavirus, -19 thing, whatever, we would pass it on to you. And something came down yesterday, and it's already been kind of a trend. And now there's a little bit more cause for concern, maybe. I don't know. I'll try to put a positive spin on it, but we'll see how it goes. Big news of the week, Music for All Summer Symposium has been officially canceled. A massive bummer for Music for All and for the kiddos who were really looking forward to being there. I was really looking forward to volunteering there. I talked to Jamie Weaver, who's heavily involved with the Summer Symposium, especially with Team Swag. And I talked to him at the Super Regional this past year. I let him know, and I've known him forever. I volunteered there many years ago. I was hoping to come back. I let him know about it, and of course, the enthusiastic guy he is, he was like, hey, yeah, come on down. We'd love to have you. And it's a bummer. I was really looking forward to it, but alas, with this whole virus thing, it looks like the trend is that the way things are going, these summer music camps are starting to kind of close up shop for the summer. And I compiled a little list, if I can pull it up quickly without, making it too awkward of a transition, which I've already done. So that's already. I know there are a couple of camps outside the state of Texas that have closed up just because of the whole virus thing, and there's a lot we don't know yet. So it's better to err on the side of caution instead of bringing thousands of kids together and putting them, on one campus from all over, kids from all across the United States, and it just seems like too much of a risk right now. So that's what's going on as far as the state of Texas goes. I actually did a little bit of research, and I found out some stuff. I know research, right? So I know University of Texas music camp is canceled. University of Houston music camp's canceled. Texas State University music camp's canceled. Of course, the MFA Summer Symposium is canceled. Texas Tech and TCU they're closely monitoring the situation. They're hoping to get things off the ground, but we'll see. Here in town, UTSA, they've paused registrations. Again, closely monitoring, but they're not letting anybody register at this time. And those are just the ones that I picked out randomly off the top of my head. If I didn't mention your university, please, no hate mail. Please, channel your energy somewhere else. It looks like that's going to be the trend with colleges and universities going straight up distance learning for the rest of the semester. It looks like the trend is going to be that the colleges and universities are not going to let anybody on campus during the summer. So if you're going to do summer courses, hey, you can do them online. As far as the extracurricular stuff, camps, and it's not just band camps either. It's athletics camps, it's cheer camps, it's dance camps. All of that stuff's going to be affected because it's going to be a giant risk bringing thousands of kids together from all across the United States, and with as unpredictable as the whole virus thing is, you just don't know what's out there. And the folks hosting these events, the universities hosting these events, it's just too much of a risk. You can't put that on there, because then if somebody gets sick, and heaven forbid something even worse happens than that, now you've got liability issues to deal with, and I don't blame the colleges and universities and school districts and whatnot for not wanting to take on that risk. So that looks like it's going to be the trend. What I'm thinking is going to happen, and I kind of said this last week pertaining to UIL State and just marching band in general in the state of Texas, you're probably looking at the school districts, universities, colleges, are probably saying, look, we don't want anybody on campus for the entire summer. We all know how interesting residence halls and dorm rooms and, especially in classroom and in college, we all know how those places can be. So there's going to be a lot of sanitation. There's going to be a lot of deep cleaning that has to be done across all the schools, any place of education. All that stuff has to be done. And the more often they can do it, the better. And you just can't have kids on campus. That looks like what my prediction is, that pretty much all of these summer music camps are going to be shuttered for the summer at least. And that's heartbreaking. It is. Why is it such a big deal? Well, first of all, it gets the kids out of the house. And I don't mean that to say that I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Musicians need to learn how to play with other musicians. You're around the same people. Yeah, you go to your band, you go to your high school band, you're around the same people all the time. But when you go off to these camps, now you're learning from people with different experiences. You're sitting next to somebody you've never sat next to before. And you're learning, and you all have that one goal in mind, is to make beautiful music. So learning how to do that with as many people as possible is a great tool in terms of teamwork and leadership, and just, learning that, hey, music's for everybody. There is no barrier. There's no barrier to the whole music thing. So that's one of the reasons why it's such a big deal. Other reason it's such a big deal, you get a little bit more hands-on instruction, and you get to kind of learn a little bit more about the type of music that you want to do. Like, for instance, Music for All Summer Symposium, there's and all these other camps, they have jazz band tracks, they have orchestra tracks, they have concert band tracks, they have marching band tracks, color guard stuff, audio technology stuff, and the big one, drum major academies. I'm a product of one of those. Product of the George N. Parks Drum Major Academy. I was there. I heard the guy speak when he was, when he was alive. I have so many notes on that stuff. I should probably post them. I know I have them somewhere. If you could read my writing's terrible. But yeah, that's a big thing too, because it looks. You can kind of teach anybody to conduct a decent way. And that was part of the whole my whole Drum Major Academy experience. However, the level of passion that I led my program with my senior year, that came from that academy. That came from, hey, don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to, lead with enthusiasm. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anything back. That's something I learned from there. And I felt like I was going to do that anyway. But hearing somebody kind of give me the green light and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's totally okay. Go out there and set the world on fire. That experience fueled me for the entire season. I came back. I remember I was at Sam Houston State. I remember it. It was at Sam Houston State University. I was there for like 3 or 4 days. My parents came and picked me up because they screamed and yelled saying that I was going to get in a car crash on I-10 trying to get to Sam Houston State, but whatever. They're insane. I came back, and then the next day I went to the band hall where my director was, and I almost ripped the doors off the band hall. And I just came in there. I was like, man, it was so awesome. I had such a great time, and I can't wait to get out there. And I've got all these plans. And of course, my director's looking at me like, sure, Dan, whatever you say. Just can you weld the doors? Can you weld the doors in the band hall again? It was such a great experience, and I know a lot of musicians get inspired when they go to these camps. And it's not just Music for All Summer Symposium. It's not just the ones at Texas State and Texas Tech, whatever. there are very specific camps. There's bassoon camps, there's double reed camps, there's trumpet camps. There's all sorts of stuff that young, inspired musicians can go to and learn more about their instrument and learn how to appreciate not just their instrument, but music in general. There's all sorts of stuff, and it looks like that's all closing up shop, and it sucks. Man, it sucks. I've been to 2 of them. I did the Drum Major Academy my senior year, and then my freshman year I did Texas Lutheran University Music Academy. And I'm like, Texas Lutheran, why'd you go out to Seguin for? Well, the reason why was because my old band director, my sixth grade band director, my 7th grade band director was Dr. Keith Dye. And he left going into my 8th grade year, and he went to Texas Lutheran University to be director of bands there. And he started up the music academy again, and I got invited to go there, and it was great. It was the first time I'd ever gone to like a music camp, and I went with a bunch of my friends. It was awesome. We had a fantastic time. Got really great instruction. One of the things I remember, they had different tracks and whatnot. The track that I chose for my very first music camp was conducting. I took a conducting class. So yeah, they had the concert. I think they had 2 concert bands. You did that, and then you would get sectionals and private instruction on your instrument. Then they had like an elective class. So like, okay, elective class. So I was like, I want to take conducting because I've told this story before. I wanted to be the drum major of the band the second I stepped on the field. So I was like, I gotta get after it. So I was like, I'm gonna start taking conducting class. And by the way, I was conducting stuff and illegally downloading stuff off of Napster. Your parents will know what it is. Downloading classical pieces and stuff when I was in 6th and 7th grade. Like, I was that kid. So, and I had like 3 batons and whatnot. So I wanted to take a conducting class. It was me and one other kid, and the other kid he went to Bowie High School. He went to James Bowie. So it was me and the other kid, and we're sitting there, and we're the only 2 people in the class, and the instructor's up there, and he's kind of teaching us like how to stand and how to position your feet and whatnot. There were only 2 of us in the class. However, it was the most popular class amongst the staff. They all went because they were all band directors. They all went. And they were learning about conducting and how to, be a better conductor and whatnot. And it was really, really neat because I get to hang around all these band directors every day at camp and talk to them and stuff. And it's like, they're still trying to learn. You think everybody thinks that a band director just gets their degree, they get a program, and it's like, okay, well, I'm done learning. No, they're learning constantly, trying to get better, trying to figure out something that makes sense so that they can teach it to their kids. That stuff inspires me. That stuff inspired me back then. It was a lot of fun. And the fact that there's going to be so many musicians this summer that are not going to be able to experience that stuff, not get that kind of one-on-one instruction that they're used to getting during the summer, it's hard to swallow, to say the least. But we move on. Hopefully, I know a lot of kiddos are taking private lessons and whatnot, and they're doing them through Zoom or video conference and whatnot, and we're trying to do the best we can. But, like I said, like with the DCI thing and that whole stuff, there's something about being around people making great music together. There's something about being in a room with somebody and everybody having the same goal. But this is the reality. We keep moving forward. We keep moving on, and hopefully everything works out sooner rather than later. So yeah, music camps. My prediction: probably everything gets shut down this summer, and then we try to pick up everything back, towards the end of summer, probably around August. We'll see how it goes. Still waiting on whether we're going to start school or not for the rest of the semester. Still waiting on regions to come out and say, hey, concert sight reading is done, and it's just kind of a wait and see thing. Are we in the middle of the month? I don't even know what day it is, to be honest with you. We're at the beginning of April. And still It's only been 1 month since everything kind of hit the fan and we started canceling stuff. So remember, keep everything in perspective. It feels like forever. It feels like we've been inside for 6 months. But perspective is everything. And, that's just what we've got to deal with. Keep everything in perspective. Make sure to breathe. Make sure to take a deep breath. And, if you have access to an instrument, keep making music. I promise you it's providing you a therapy that is something that's going to pay off. It's going to pay off in the long run, I promise you. I loved playing my instrument. Maybe I should get a trumpet. I need to post that video. Not video, photo. I've got a photo that I want to share with y'all on the social media pages. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I got a couple of ideas of what I want to do this summer, but I don't want to give anything away, because if I do and then I don't follow through on it, I will be chastised and yelled at, and I don't need that any more than I already get. So with that being said, I'm done here. I will talk to you all next week, and we'll see how everything goes. I'm done here. Keep playing, keep practicing, keep doing whatever you need to do, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.